Great people, 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 great people. Dog Soldier, I see you in the building first. Salute, salute, salute. So I'm gonna do a little another quick live today. I had some things to talk about that I noticed people aren't talking about because there's some real things going on. Some real things going on. First, I'm gonna give some shout outs to content creators on YouTube. I gotta do that because I be in the cut just watching. It's a lot of stuff getting real, real freaky, baby. It's a ride. And then I'm telling you, let me say something to you. To all the content creators, yo, Job, salute, boy. Salute. Yo, dog, give my man his. I can't do. Hold on, can I do it here? Yo, dog, give my man his. Give Joff his gun, man. Because when I know why Joff ain't got his wrench. When I took all the guns all the other time, Joff was on tour or something, doing something. He ain't come back in the chat. Yo, Joff, I see you in the building. They about to put your gun back in your hand, even though you're safe over here. But you know what? I was noticing nobody's talking about what's really, really going on. And congrats too, Joff. I want my damn suit, man. Size 2X, bro. God damn, this nigga got the Top Tiger motherfucking clothing line and Big Dice don't get no motherfucking clothing line. Yo, it's time to get this motherfucking interview too, man. It's time for the fucking interview, man. It's time for the fucking interview for all the fucking haters, man. Yo, salute. I see you in the building, Annette. Let some people get up in here and we're going to have some good, great, great, great time. But you know what I want to talk about too? The first thing I want to talk about before we get into the topic, I'm going to drop the link too. Yo, y'all. A lot of y'all out there being fooled, y'all. A lot of y'all have been fooled. I'm telling y'all, this motherfucking filter. Yo, I'm looking at these filter pictures that y'all got floating around on YouTube. Yo, Mister, I think for myself, salute, beloved. Yo, these filtered pictures, man. Shout out to all the men. Shout out to all the women that take natural pictures without these filter alterations and all that nonsense. Yo, dog, you got the big gun too. Give Joff his gun. You got the big gun, dog. You got the big gun. You got the big gun. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's comfortable with their own look without alterations by these new computers, because it's a lot of motherfuckers being fooled on this YouTube right here. It's some ugly motherfuckers on YouTube and they using filters. I'm noticing that shit. They are using filters. Lord have mercy, they are using filters. Them filters is fucking the game up, y'all. Now I see why these niggas is going to jail. Now I see why niggas is going to jail for beating people up. I don't know, y'all probably don't be seeing this. Like the situation, I remember one time on the Boondocks. I remember Grandpa was trying to get his date on. My man Chief Red here in the building, I see you. My man Grandpa was trying to get his Mac on the Boondocks, and then there was a couple of women that when it came to their pictures on internet, they was just beautiful. They was remarkable. But man, when they came to the house, they was looking like Lamont Sanford. Shout out to all you Lamont Sanford looking bitches out here, especially you bitches with them big ass chins. Yo, it's some bitches on YouTube with some, yeah, I'm calling them bitches too, because I don't know what they are, you know what I'm saying? Because they filtered up. I'm telling you, they got some big ass balls or some big ass disfiguration on their face and all that. I gotta go. I'm outside. I gotta go put that shit on the computer. But yo, I'm gonna leave that alone. But and then I seen a picture of a YouTube content creator. He ain't got no teeth. I'm right now. I guess y'all will say, Dice trolling. Maybe that's trolling, but I'm not trolling. I'm telling the truth. I seen a picture of a nigga. This nigga whole bottom row of his mouth is gone. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what happened to your teeth, my nigga? But you know, it ain't nothing. Power to the people. Power to the people. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. But one thing I want to talk to the guys about, to the fellas on YouTube, straight up and down. Stop letting people manipulate y'all and get y'all into situations, man. I'm noticing there's a person, there's a wicked witch on YouTube. There's a wicked witch on YouTube. And this motherfucker, that power of the PUSSY, that's why niggas get their hair cut and they dress fly. I think that's one of the most underrated records by Jay-Z and R. Kelly on the Best of Both Worlds album. It was called The Power of the PUSSY. He said that's why niggas get their hair cut and they dress fly. Yo, Sir Valentino, I see you in the building. Yo, this shit is really, really crazy. Yo, I'm watching women. I'm watching a female. An ugly motherfucker, too. I'm watching an ugly female. ugly motherfucker. I don't know what she is. Manipulate so many. I can't even call these niggas men. I'm gonna call them clowns because the stuff that they are allowing is just so sad. Like, yo, let me explain something to you, y'all. There's more to life. There is more to life than vagina. There is more to life than penis, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there is so much more to life than vagina and penis. But you can tell the people that when they were coming up, unfortunately, they weren't how could I say, they weren't as accepted. They weren't, oh, you can't do it from the phone, dog. All right, I'm gonna get them right. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna go in there and do it on the computer. They can't do certain things. They just can't do certain things. They just can't do certain things, y'all. They can't do certain things. It's just they can't do certain things because they weren't experienced with, when we was coming up back in the days. Remember back in the days, I don't know, some of the dudes in here, y'all might be in tune with this. Some of the ladies, y'all might be in tune with this. But you remember back in the days when this how long, people have been attracted to me. Females have, have you ever been to the point where, you get a little letter, right? And then the letter says, I like you. Will you be my boyfriend? Or when we was young dudes, we had the little letters in public school. We said, well, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend? And then there was two boxes. Remember that? It was two boxes. It was a box for yes. No, it was three boxes. It was three boxes. Excuse me. If you really was in tune, it was a box for yes. It was a box for no. And then there was a box for maybe. If y'all remember this time, if y'all was experienced enough to go through this where somebody wrote y'all a letter, or y'all wrote somebody a letter saying, will you be my girlfriend or boyfriend, with the yes, no, or maybe, put some dice cubes up in the box because I can see who I'm talking to. Because unfortunately, some people, that's a fact, and that yes, no, and maybe, some people hello, my fault, y'all. I had a phone call. Thank you. Sir Valentino and Net said they understand this. See, now you got to understand this. See, when you come up in that era, that means you have had some rejections and you've had some acceptances. But I noticed on YouTube, there are so many individuals, male and female, that when they were coming up, they didn't get them flattering notes. They didn't get them people that was interested in them. But on YouTube, a person could get on YouTube and turn into Lola Falana. They can turn into Lola Falana. They can turn into Billy D. Williams. You name it, they can turn into them. You name it, they can turn into them. But in real life, you had to have personality. You had to have personality. On YouTube, you don't need personality. All you need is an avatar, a couple of slick lines, and you know, you get accepted by some of the people that's really not used to it. But I've watched somebody just manipulate so many dudes, and the bulk part is I must have this person really, really mind fucked because they were in a chat. They were in a chat and they were arguing with the fake dice. I can't believe this shit. They were arguing with a fake dice. Seriously. They were cursing the fake dice out. They were yo, I can't make this shit up, Annette. The person was thinking they was talking to me, but they was talking to a fake account of me, and the person was like, "Fuck you, Dyson. Your mother's in the ground chilling with bugs, and fuck that bitch." And I know that's you. I'm like, wow. Like The fact about talking about my moms and that shit don't bother me. I don't give a fuck with that shit no more. That shit is all funny to me. For funny games, because one thing I know, shout out to Lady K, shout out to Keisha. Me and her was talking and she was telling me something that I really know. If anybody would have had the opportunity, anybody would have had the pleasure of meeting my moms, they could have never talked about her like that. But you know, we don't get mad at people on YouTube. But the crazy part is, this is the part that bugged me out. I'm listening to the person in the chat. I'm listening to the person on the panel just talking to a fake me in the chat, cursing me out. I said, what the fuck is this? But it's okay. I'm not upset with that. And like Annette said, you know what? That's what Keish told me. She said, yo, Dice. She said, all jokes aside, she might pop up. She'll tell you. She said, Dice, this is something I knew about you from when you was young. She was like, a lot of women were obsessed with you. I swear to God, shout out to Keish. She was telling me that she said, Dice, she said it was times when we was in the store and you would leave the store or whatever like that. She said, and I would hear older women saying, yo, I wish he was older. And if I was younger, I would do. Well, anyway. So that just kind of flattered me. I'm like, oh shit, well, you know, not bad, you know what I'm saying, for the dude. But YouTube is like, yo, you know what? And you know what? You know why I'm so glad certain things happen on YouTube? Because I've been fooled. I have took Angie baby is in the building. I have been so fooled on YouTube. Yo, let me tell you something. And it's hard to fool me, but I am not no fucking computer. I can be fooled too. I have seen things on YouTube that have made me believe that some people were certain ways, but they weren't. So, you know, that's all a lesson in disguise. But what the blessing in disguise is most, this is the most blessing in disguise is by the Most High. This is what I've noticed. I've been blessed. When certain things come up about certain people, I'm not taking no shots at nobody. Everybody here is clear. Because I'm not involved with none of that goofy shit. I don't want to know about none of that goofy shit. I'm not playing with people. I'm not involved with people, especially with stuff when it's coming to children. Nah, I don't fuck around like that. But when it comes to certain things that may have been said or expressed about certain people, you know what I'm saying? I need to know what type of people are interested in certain things. I need to know this. I mean, and you know what? I think I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna do a live for all the people I blocked. It's gonna call The Reason Why I Blocked You Awards. Yeah, I'm gonna do a show called The Reason Why I Blocked You Awards. That's what's that. I'm gonna do a show. It's gonna be all comedy. It's not gonna be nothing crazy. But everyone who's been blocked out of my chat, I'm going back to the first generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to the first generation of Team Guardian. I'm doing a show, and it's gonna be called Why I Blocked You. The Why I Blocked You Awards, because there are so many categories. The Why I Blocked You, one of the categories is weirdos. One of the categories is seeming overly obsessed with me. One of the categories is moral integrity and a lack of moral compass. One of the categories is just panel hopping, just chat hopping, just wanting to be seen and wanting to be noticed. Because I noticed there's a lot of motherfuckers on here that want to be seen, they want to be noticed. So you know what? Shout out to the people that want to be seen, and shout out to the people that want to be noticed. That's a fact. Shout out to y'all, because you know what? I'm gonna shout you out. Even if I don't know all of y'all and I don't know all of y'all, I'm still gonna say shout it out to y'all, because some people just want to be, you know, I want to be noticed. But anyway, back to the show. Let's get to the show. Let's talk about some good shit. I don't know how many people are really paying attention to what's going on. See, they on YouTube beefing about whether this one is doing this or whether this one is doing that, or whether this one is tall or whether this one is short or whether this one is fat. But I haven't heard nobody talk about this. The government is shut down, y'all. The government has been shut down for a few days now. Does anybody know the actual danger that poses to us as you know what I'm saying, citizens of the United States? Matter of fact, to everybody, do you understand that what type of danger that imposes to all of us? Number one, if the government is not working, If the government is not working, that means all the protection, all the protection, all the cyber threats, all the imminent threats to the United States of America. I'm talking about because you know they still beefing. You know they still got indirect beef going on with China. They still have direct beef going on with Russia. They still have indirect beef going with Middle Eastern countries across seas, Iraq and certain things. This is what I'm talking about right now. Hey, Clarice, where you been, girl? Your ass about to get 10 seconds. I swear for God, you getting 10 seconds. I don't give a fuck about none of that sucker shit. What I told you about that? You got 10 seconds. No, not removed. You ain't supposed to. Annette, Angie, do me a favor and unblock because it said ban. I'm not banning Clarice. I was trying to give her 10 seconds. Yo, Angie, do me a favor and give Clarice 10 seconds for me because on my cell phone, this whole shit is totally different. Make sure you get her, please. Angie, baby, do me a favor, get her right. Give her the 10 seconds and come because I was just trying to give her 10 seconds, fuck with my sis. I wasn't trying to ban her. But you know, the cell phone shit is different than my computer. But back to what I was saying. Do you understand it? Do you understand what's going on, y'all? Thank you. Yeah, Clarice, you back in the building now. You can type. I was just fucking with you, sis. Giving you 10 seconds. Word to Brooklyn. Ain't nothing but love. That's my sister right there. Ain't nothing but love for her. Long live the Dre. The sad part about it is, like Dog said, he said, and the elements are already in place. Like think about what Dog just said. They already have been threatening the United States of America with certain attacks. They've been threatening the United States of America with missile invasions. They've been threatening the United States with chemical warfare. You understand what I'm saying? Like diseases and shit like that. See, people fail to realize this shit. Yo, let me tell you something how deep this shit is. They just found out that China, look this shit up if you think I'm joking. China and Russia have just launched a mechanical mosquito. Clarice back in the building. I know that's right, sis. Yo, they have launched. Check this out. China and Russia has just announced that they have a microscopic mechanical mosquito. Okay, y'all not paying attention. They got fake motherfucking insects. And they just got this thing that just came to the United States that nobody has been talking about. There's something called a kissing bug. Supposed to be coming from Japan, supposed to be coming from across seas. It's called a kissing bug. They say this insect can bite you and in the midst of days. Yeah, Angie, give Jaffe his wrench. Thank you. In the midst of days, this shit can take somebody's life. Now, first of all, I don't give a fuck about what's going on YouTube. That's all jokes and people just, coming up to make up theatrics. Fuck all that bullshit. Whether certain shit is true or not, it's none of my fucking business. But what is true is our defense is down because of the government. So check this out. That means the tracking of terroristic thoughts pertaining to our cell phones. Do you understand what the dudes just said in Iraq? The dude said in Iraq, if they don't make Donald Trump retire. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, girl. I see you in the building. Shout it out. They said if you do not make Donald Trump retire, listen to this, y'all. But this might be good for some Americans. This might be the part for the Americans that's actual good. They said if you do not do everything impossible to remove Donald Trump, they are going to hack the system where everybody's credit is going to be over 800. Think about that. Think about that, y'all. Think about that right now. You go look into your motherfucking credit score. You might have bad credit. You might have normal credit. You might have fair credit. For the people that got the fucked up credit, they're going to be like, what you said, Dice? Yeah, they said that they are going to send a virus that's going to affect everyone's credit score in the United States. So if they do that, pay attention. Pay attention to y'all. Pay attention before we say we ask for this. When they do that, that is going to collapse. That is going to collapse all the fucking money in the United States. Now see what Angie said? See what Angie said? Angie just said something that's real deep. For all the people that have worked so hard She said, I've worked so hard to get my credit up. She said, I'd be pissed off. Now, see, that's what I wanted to talk about. Think about that. Look at what type of energy that's going to create in the world. See, they think they're doing something against the United States of America. No, they're actually creating a war within the United States of America just by doing something like that. Somebody that's been busting their ass their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Making sure all their bills was paid on time. Making sure that their credit has been skyrocketed to the fact where they can just say, well, I want that. Shout out to all the people that got the 700 and plus credit scores. Shout out to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? For the people that made sure they did that. I ain't did it. I ain't gonna front. I ain't did it. My credit score is not like that. My credit score just started building when I moved to North Carolina. When I moved to North Carolina, my credit score started building because I remember when I went to purchase my first car, they told me that no credit is worse than bad credit. And I didn't understand that shit. I'm talking to the lady. I'm like, hold up. What you mean? She says, baby, no credit is worse than bad credit. She said, because bad credit means that unfortunately you couldn't pay something back. No credit means they don't have no history of transactions, whether it was a corny credit card for $400 or $500, whether it was a car payment, whether it was financing furniture, because you know how sometimes you can go to some of these places like the Rent-A-Centers and you know the Badcotts and the Sears and Roebucks, et cetera, et cetera. So the lady told me, since when I was coming up, you know, when I was coming up, everything we did was transactions of cash. Everything from buying cars, transactions of cash. You know what I'm saying? So when I came to North Carolina, and now I'm in my 30s, the lady said, now they want to know what you've been doing for over 20 years where you did not need the assistance of credit. So I'm thinking, because I never had credit, I was on top of the world. I never used credit, I was on top of the world. No, that actually put me in a deficit, because now they telling me in my 30s, you know what I'm saying, 32, 33 years old, now they want me to start applying for certain credit cards. They want me to start applying for certain stuff to see how I'm going to pay it back, or if I'm not going to pay it back, or if I'm going to pay it back on time, or if I'm going to pay it back late, or if I'm going to pay extra. So now if the country that's threatening the United States to wipe out all credit debt, do you know what that shit is going to do to us? Now check this out. Besides that, if the government is not here protecting us, who's to say that China can't just say, you know what, let's just start a on attack aerial missile assault, and let's team up with Russia. Let's team up with the Israeli countries. Let's team up with everybody that's against the United States. If the government is not working, how are they going to be able to stop these missiles from coming to the United States to destroy us? If the government is not working, how are they going to stop these terroristic groups, these militias that are get together and make their way over to the United States of America for whatever mayhem that they feel as though they want to cause? How are we going to protect ourselves? Yeah, it's a bunch of us that says, yeah, we have firearms, and somebody come to my country or somebody come to my house, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But let me explain something to you. It's let me tell you something. With these countries, their war and their weaponry is not normal. You gotta understand this. When these are people that came up in third world countries that have done nothing but war all their life. These are peoples that are like people fail to realize. If you think about the Desert Eagle, one of the most famous handguns in the world, the Desert Eagle, it's made by the IWI. The IWI, that's an abbreviation. It stands for the Israeli Weapons Industry. So check this out. A lot of guns, a lot of assault rifles, a lot of missile launchers, a lot of grenade launchers, etc., etc. They aren't made in the United States. They are not made in the United States. They are made in these countries. So they already have the up on us. If they are selling the United States in groves AK-47s. If you pay attention, when we had the AK-47s back in the days, they said Israeli AK-47s. Israeli, meaning Israel. Not like now when they have American-made AK-47s. When they was thinking about the M60, the M16, the AR-15. All of these assault rifles were designed in other countries. Grenade launchers, missile launchers, etc., etc. They made foreign deals with us just because of the wars. Is how we got involved and equipped with this type of stuff. But you got to understand, these people in these countries are making these shits. These people are making bombs. You know, first of all, do you know what it is to make a bomb? That's a fact. That's a fact. Dog said they made one of the most efficient rifles in combat right now. Israel. Now, just imagine this. Groups and groups on groups decide to come to the United States in groves. What we gonna do? Just imagine us, y'all. What the hell are we gonna do? Just imagine that. If you come outside in Brooklyn and you see Israeli troops walking through Brooklyn armed with grenade launchers, machine guns, semi-automatic rifles, fully automatic rifles. Now check this out. We don't have the government behind us. Now the police department, the sheriff's department, they're part of the government, but they're a minor fraction of the government. We need the United States Army. We need the United States Navy. We need the United States of the Marines. We need the United States Air Force. That's what these fractions are made for. And when it comes to these computer geniuses, like understand, like the ones that are not outside going to war physically, but the ones that are sitting down at them computers that can accurately pinpoint where a threat can be coming from. Them are the most dangerous ones ever. See, it's all right to be a brute, but see, when you intelligent with that computer, and you intelligent to the fact where you can say, well, you know, dog, he's right there on 723 Asbury Road. We can just send a missile right now. We can send a stealth missile over there right now that won't even be determined. In 8 minutes, everything, including Dog Soldier's home, that whole block, that whole area will be obliterated. Think about that. Hey, Tanja, how you doing, girl? Think about that. How you feel about that, Tanja? The government is not working right now. The government is on freeze. So who's going to protect us? Like, who the fuck is going to protect us? Yeah, we can protect ourselves. But you want to hear some funny shit? Everybody always talking that thug shit. A lot of people aren't mentally ready for war. A lot of people aren't physically capable of war. A lot of people talk that super thug shit and what they gonna do and all this nonsense addicting. But just imagine walking down the street with one of your friends and walking down the street with your woman or walking down the street with your kids. And unfortunately, one of these people that you care about is instantly killed. Boom. Some people, they ready to get their guns and go to war and arm up and go to battle. But it's some people that never saw a person die. Hold on. Let's talk about this for a minute. Do you know it's a lot of people that never saw a person die? I'm not talking about people that went to funerals. I'm not talking about people that heard of people that may have been unalive. I'm not talking about people that heard of people that may have passed away and they went to their funeral review. I'm talking about you sitting up chilling with one of your mans and somebody walk up and blow their brains out. Are you physically prepared to do that? Are you physically prepared? What comes after that? Some people watch their friends die and automatically start panicking because they think they're about to die. That's a fact, dog. Like people ain't never really seen what death is, but they talk a bunch of killer shit. A lot of motherfuckers ain't never shot a fucking a raw piece of meat, much less a human being. A lot of people have never even had to stab nobody, you know what I'm saying, to get away from certain situations. But it's sad, man. It's sad because it seems like right now the United States of America is just open for war, and we don't know who we have to protect us, and we don't know who we have to back us. Yeah, we got a bunch of killers, and shout out to they say that we got the gangs, and we got Bloods, we got Crips, we got Latin Kings, Nietas, Trinitario, etc., etc. But are they ready to go to war? Are they ready to go to war with a communist country? Are they really ready for that? Like, are they really, really ready for that? Like talking all that shit is one thing, but really like, yo, these niggas is here. Like, just imagine that. Like, people fail to realize in every state in America, there's a National Guard. And now I'm starting to pay attention because in every National Guard, there's an armored tank that sits in the yard. I used to think, I was so naive. I said, oh, these is just, what I'm saying, tanks that's sitting here. These are models. These are just representations of what the United States had to go through. No, I didn't know that shit. And so my cousin that actually is involved with the National Guard, until my cousin brought it to my attention. He said, yo, cuz, every one of them tanks that you see in them towns, even though they're sitting there like they are unoperative, they are ready to go. All you have to do is get in, put that chip in, start that engine, and they are ready to destroy. They are ready to destroy. They are ready. All you got to do is load them tanks with them bullets. And if you know how the engineering of them tanks, you are a very, very dangerous person. I thought this shit was just for motherfucking. I thought this shit was just like some model shit, like a model of what was and what was at one particular time. Like a history reminder of when the United States of America went through World War I and World War II. They ready for war. Me too, dog. I'm ready to lead too. Dog said he ready to lead. He said he don't go fuck with that shit. He said I am ready to lead. We don't understand that shit. Like it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Like if the government doesn't do something quick, we're gonna be left out here to defend ourselves. We're gonna be left out here to defend ourselves and protect ourselves against foreign threat that we have no idea of what they hold or what they possess. Like I said, we have weapons, we have weaponry, we have guns, etc., etc. These people have bionuclear technology. What we gonna do then? What we gonna do then? Think about that shit. For y'all, them telemarketers. I should have put my shit on do not disturb. But what we gonna do then? Think about that, y'all. Think about that. What are we gonna do if they just drop the bomb and say, you know what? We have been invaded by Argentina. We have been invaded by Israel. We have been invaded by Russia. We have been invaded by China. We have been invaded by Yugoslavia. We have been invaded by Turkey. Think about that. We have been invaded by Africa. We have been invaded by Ethiopia. We have been invaded by Egypt. See, people fail to realize it's a lot of people, y'all, They got problems with the United States of America. It's a lot of people that are enemies of this place that we live in. Are y'all prepared? Now I'm starting to understand why a lot of these militias, like in Virginia, a lot of these militias in Virginia, they have been training their children, and they are still training their children, and they're living off the grid. Y'all pay attention to that? They are training their children for war. They are training their children to kill, and they are training their children to live off grid. We ain't training our children for that. We are not training our children for that. So they already got the one up on us. I'm kind of worried. I ain't even gonna front, y'all. People sitting around joking, people talking about bullshit on YouTube, people talking about whether if this one is fucking this one, or if this one is fucking that one, or if this one is a mook, or if this one is straight. Man, what the fuck is going on with our country and us and our safety? Really, what's going on with our country and our safety, y'all? Are we gonna be able to defend ourselves if war just pop off tonight? Mr. I think for myself, he said, Project Blue is coming. Everyone, if y'all don't know what that is, I suggest y'all find out. That's a cold-blooded fact. That's a cold-blooded fact. My man Dog said, drop the link, guys. Hold on, how I do this shit on the phone? Hold on, I got it. Hold on. Let me get it right. I know how to do it. Hold on. One more time. Let me see. Oh, here you go. I got it, Dog. Hold on. I got it right now. It's coming right now. There it is. Hold on, y'all. Get a link right there. Boom. There we go. Yeah, then that's a cold-blooded fact. Shout out to my man, Mr. I Think for Myself. Yo, Mr. I Think for Myself. I did a show on Project Blue, and they don't understand. A lot of people didn't even understand what was going on. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all just saw on Instagram the other day. It was a lady in Texas. It was a woman in Texas that put up a video of a cloud. It was a simulation of a cloud. And it looked like a warrior. And it was all type of smoke around this warrior. And the warrior was allegedly standing straight up, and it looked very, very angry with his arms folded. Right? And then the shit was moving, and it was all type of lights and electronics around the shit. So what the fuck is that? Everybody now is dropping these videos of alleged spacecrafts. It's like they can't hide this shit no more, man. It's like everybody across the world is now dropping alleged videos of spacecrafts. Think about that. And I don't know if y'all know about this. In Russia, first of all, Russia right now, is it Russia? You can look it up. Russia just announced that they are using an AI for a government. Big Dog.
It was good.
What up, dog?
Yeah, now you in my realm, right? Now you in my realm.
Yeah, this
Okay, so
survival shit, dog. This that survival shit that got me kind of scared, beloved.
I mean, here go the thing, people. While you here, just look up. Just anybody can get one, or you can make it yourself. It's called a Faraday box. You can turn your room into a Faraday room. So you know what I'm saying. That's be quiet. That's protecting y'all electronic equipment. You see what I'm saying? Because and then start looking into these little solar generators and battery packs, all of that, because that's what it's gonna be. They're gonna attack our power. They're gonna attack that's the weakest point as our power grid. You see what I'm
Oh, the
saying?
sisters in the stage. The sisters in the stage. What up, Phoenix?
What's up, Phoenix?
What's up, the dog? What's up, Dice? Man,
Tell
this is
me
my
something good,
subject too. You
Hollywood.
came into my realm.
This is what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Go ahead, dog.
No, I'm just saying, that's how they going. First off, like I forgot. It's a flick on. What's it called? Netflix. But they talk about it. It's, you know what I'm saying, the way they're gonna structurally attack us.
Damn.
So you dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, just for right now, just get canned goods, get sustainable items. Look into water filtration, different type of air purification, got like masks and shit like that. And then, just what they say, get a ham radio and learn that. Learn how to use that. They got
Yeah, my
things on
uncle, he an
YouTube.
old vet, and that's what he always told me. He said, "Yo,
Right.
if you don't think about nothing, always get you a bunch of canned foods, boy."
Yeah.
He
That's a
always said
fact.
that. God bless his soul. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And water, you know what I'm saying? Just get you a stash of water and just rotate the water because water can go bad. If you know what I'm saying? Especially because it's locked in these type of new plastics and all that. It ain't like the plastics our grandparents used. There's some
Damn, I
other
never
shit.
even knew that, dog. I thank you for
Well,
saying. I
Yeah.
never knew that. I never knew that.
but listen, if you come into a situation where you can't get bottled water or you run out of bottled water, you can always filter it. You know, you take your charcoal that you burn down. You know, you got your sand. You got all that stuff to survive. But
What she telling
I
you
didn't mean to
is a
interrupt you,
natural
dog.
filtration. No, you good. You good because that's part of the squad. Because what if y'all don't know, Phoenix is military trained. So you know what I'm
I know
saying?
that's right. I know that's
Yeah,
right.
so
So
and she got her own little farmstead. So
look, this three-eye atlas that's coming towards us has been here a long time ago that they can't identify as a comet or a meteorite and all of that. They're saying that, it is something of, you know, artificial intelligence or it's a UFO or UFA, whatever they want to call it these days, an unidentified flying object that we don't know what it is because it's not human. Okay.
That's right.
What they're trying to say is that this is going to become a fear factor for humans. Okay. Because we can't understand when they're here anyways. We start freaking out. We want to know. We get all over the place and shit. But it is a thing that the government is doing to make you think that is something bad. So who you want to? The government, because they're going to have the smart cities. They're going to have all this stuff up just open to you. But the only problem with that is that once you get clocked into that whole smart city, the digital world and all that, you trapped. You're gonna get barcoded. They're gonna track you. They're doing AI identification already. You walk into Target, you can't walk into Target without them identifying who you are. How do they know
Damn.
you when you have a scan?
certain
They already know
Walmarts
you.
too.
Yeah.
Certain
Damn.
Walmart. Yeah.
Don't get caught up in this digital world. It's not what you think. That's the mark of the beast. Like it's not like do your homestead, survive as far as you can. You know what I mean? Until that time comes. If you have to fight, you fight. If you can't fight no more, then it is what it is. But don't let this control everything about you. Like because they will try to mind fuck you. So excuse my language. And thinking that this is the way to live your life, the AI way, the
Damn.
digital way.
Damn. Damn. And Mr. I think
Yeah.
for myself just said the same thing. He said it's all an illusion. He said
Yeah.
he said once they attack the mind, the body will follow.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That's it. Like I
Like
put on my community wall the other day. I put bananas, sour sop, mango, wild cherries. I got all that in the backyard, bro. And around the corner, it's
well,
mad fruit. So that's
Celio,
how I'm
if I get
living.
rid of my
Yeah.
phone, I mean, if I look, if I can go back to analog phone, which is the best phone, I would. I mean, if you want me to get rid of my phone, I will rid of my phone because on my day to day basis, I'm not in my phone. Only time in my phone is when I'm home and I took a shower, washed my ass, cooked, and I'm resting. And I want to see what everybody's doing out in the world because they're not living next door to me. Other than that,
Also,
you know what I'm
y'all,
saying? I mean,
also keep this in mind too. Find a spot in wherever you live at. It don't gotta be big or nothing. But where you put all your digital devices, right? See what they've done is they've tricked you by saying, yo, this Wi-Fi going to every room. Now you got a device in every room. Not realizing, nigga, you gave them a digital mapping of your house and what's going on in there
Damn.
all the time. They
yeah,
seeing
Damn.
it in real time. So
that's right.
find a spot and put all your electronics in it so that this way, when you walk into that room, no no type of Wi-Fi signal comes up out of that fucking room. Your house is Wi-Fi dead unless you go into this room.
Look,
Man,
your smart TVs, your cell
There's ways
phones,
around this
your
shit, bro.
whatever it is
Why?
that you got, if it's
Why?
connected to Wi-Fi or internet, guess what? You're already
What's the
being
problem?
tracked. You've
There's the
already been
problem.
tracked. Now, I'm not going to live on a day-to-day basis thinking someone's looking at me or checking on my phone calls. If you ever watched The World with Ice Cube, the beginning will tell you the whole story of what's going on in the world today. It's not even based on the
yo, and I
world
didn't get to see
wars.
that movie yet. I did. I want to watch that.
Look,
I didn't even see that shit
look,
yet.
what, guys, I'm telling you, y'all, if you watch the 10 minutes in the beginning of War of the Worlds, you are going to see how life is really like right now. That's already happening. And we just look at like, oh, it's not going to happen. Yeah, this has been happening for 20 years. This is the movies. People have been telling us this shit. And if you notice that everything that's happened in the movies is happening now, this has been
That's
going on
right.
for a long time. But
That's right.
that 10 minutes of that War of the Worlds is telling you exactly how they are tracking us right now. Listen to everything, but we're not that important unless we say something that's gonna trigger, the algorithm for what they want. They can find you at any point in time. You can't hide from the only way you
That's like
hiding
enemy
from
of the
them
state.
is yeah, you can hide
Listen,
unless you have that shit in your hands.
it's, I
I'm
just
just
watched
saying.
something right about this gentleman. He took it upon himself to look at license plate reading cameras. Then it took him down another rabbit hole. There's a specific company. They don't. What they did was they don't sell them. They lease the camera to. So, bro, what they're able to do, like he said, is they're able to use more cameras. So at this point in time, yo, they are able to track you in real time, visually,
Mhm.
with these cameras on. Yo, it's enemy of the state, bro.
Yeah,
That's what this
But it's
is.
nothing to
that's a
be
real
afraid
movie.
of.
That shit is different.
Look, but it's nothing to be afraid of. I mean,
No,
you have to be one step ahead of them. That's why I live in the country. If
that's
I
it.
lived in a city, oh Lord, it'd be look at the chaos that's going to happen in the city. No offense to anybody.
It's the
Look, I
first
came from
place it's gonna
Queens.
happen.
I came from Queensbridge, New York. I know what it is to live in a city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they're gonna get the city first because there's more numbers there. They're not gonna get us out here in the rural. They're gonna wait. They're gonna come after us sooner or later, but they're gonna go after that. So that's gonna give
Yo,
me enough time to get my shit right. So at
all they
least I'm
Right.
gotta do
one step ahead.
is throw up them portable fences with barbed wire on it, and the whole ghetto is locked now.
Well, what I
The
think
whole
is get
ghetto is
yourself some
behind the
ammo,
fence.
some weapons, just in case to protect yourself. Because we're
Yo,
not
yo,
worried just about the government. We're worried about people that could not,
raiders.
that does not have that mentality of surviving.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They're gonna
right,
get desperate. They're gonna go like
right,
like, like you said, Dr. earlier. Humans are gonna go after humans. No matter what country you
right,
in, we're gonna go after each other. What we don't have.
right,
It's a scary
right.
world we live in. You know what? Jesus is around that corner. He coming. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? I put the Bible and what's going on, and it all matches up together. It's crazy,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
true.
dark right now, bro. It's dark.
I'm sorry,
If you
Dice.
look
I didn't
at
mean to
it,
talk.
yo, no matter who you praise, all the enemies of Satan is amassing and coming after righteousness in the world at this moment, no matter what
Yeah.
religion you face.
Yep.
So
I mean, you want
where
to
we
believe
at?
it, you don't want to believe it. That's your prerogative, and I
No,
respect whatever beliefs you have and stuff. But everything's lining up the way it's supposed to be, and I'm gonna live every day taking care of making sure I'm good and the people that I love is good. And if that time comes where I gotta fight, then I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna stand there and let just
no,
anybody tell me what I can or cannot
no,
do
no, no.
at all.
Fuck
Dice has
no.
left us.
Red
Dice, what do you leave us for?
Red Dawn the whole way. All right, if y'all never seen
Look,
Red
that's what
Dawn
seems like
1 or
it's
Red
gonna be
Dawn
that way.
2, that's
Yeah.
how I'm going out. That's
I mean,
Wolverines, baby. That's how I'm going out.
I just think that, that's a good topic that Dice brought up. I don't know why he left us, but
You probably
it's something that
outside or something.
I'm not no conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I just see what I see, and I've learned a lot about AI. I've learned a lot about what they can do. I mean, the shit that you see with AI that makes it think it's real, it's not. The I mean, the stuff that they try to hide away by making you, deterred to one news and forget about this news. Whatever happened to the drones? Whatever happened to that shit? How come no one's talking about
Right.
that? I don't care about no
Exactly.
Epstein files. I could care less about the Epstein file. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, that's
So unfortunately happened,
yeah.
but that's irrelevant. I want to know what it is that's out there from another place, not in this earth, that's coming here, and why we're bringing digital and taking away people's jobs, and turning to
Right.
computers. And I mean, people are going to be suffering. There's going to be,
Yeah, like how you gonna well,
chaos.
yeah, what the people how the people gonna live? Like what you gonna pay the people?
Yeah. Yeah, your
Like,
phone
I'm
may
just saying,
have explosive. Your phone is anything that's digital, that's connected to the internet, that's connected to Wi-Fi. Okay, you're pretty much open. You can get whatever disguisable IP addresses and shit. They're gonna track you down. Everything's got a tail. You can't cut that tail when it comes to digital. You just gotta just
look at it.
just stay off the grid.
All
That's
all of
it.
the spy all of the spy organizations are amazed at what the Israeli Defense Force did with them pager attacks. They're amazed. They had like yeah they cloned a whole bunch of pages, sent them to people in Iran, and simultaneously just detonated them all at the same time.
Yeah, that Russia war that's going on has been going on for 2 years, man. I watched it when they first started. I was on track with that. I was with a team of people that were homesteads. They got a little too crazy for me and shit. They wouldn't let other people in unless you were buying these radio wave radios and shit that cost about $3,000, $1,000.
Mm.
Like nobody has that kind of money at that point when you're putting that kind of scare tactic. But anyways, this
Mm.
is 2 years later, and this war is supposed to be stopped 3 days ago, a week ago. This war is not going to stop. It's not our business what's going on there, unfortunately. This is
No, it
between
ain't.
Ukraine and Russia. And
Facts.
just as Russia has validation over that country, so does Ukraine. But they need to separate themselves and give back Russia what they want and just make a new country. I don't give a fuck,
You know
But
what's crazy?
innocent people are dying.
The people we come on here and we talk about books and this, that, the third. One of the most powerful books ever written is The Prince by Machiavelli. And in that book, the prince the law is the person with the biggest guns makes the rule.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
that's
Putin's
how
a
they running shit.
madman. All I know is Putin's a madman. He's not all right in the head. If he wants to, he can't start a war with us at any point in time. And we just got
Oh
to
yeah.
defend ourselves back at that point. So, I mean, it's only so much that we can do for what's going on, but there's also so much we can do for ourselves to protect as much as we can.
That's
Look,
a
Dice has
fact.
left us. Dice, where you at, Dice? What do you mean to come up here so you can run off? Jesus is coming. He's coming. He's coming. Look, that thing that they try to defend, and it could be like, our mind playing tricks on us and we're thinking it is. And I rather think that way than a negative way. But they're saying whatever the object is looks just identical to the craft that they showed uh, centuries ago on the picture that looked like like a I don't want to call it like a dome or something that's coming back. That light, that
Uh,
star's coming back.
look at it.
So
Look at it from this perspective. Just look at the world. The world is upside down. Everything is flipped. Nothing makes sense.
yeah, this is where true people's true colors come out. Will you hate? Will you help your neighbor? Will you be
Right.
that person? Will you be
Hmm.
greedy and selfish? That's all tested. I mean, if it's based on religion or not, it's tested. I know that if I don't
Listen,
like you, but you need help, I'm gonna help you the best that I can. I'll
if
know what kind of moves I make with you.
if anything, that pandemic that we went through taught any of us is to be prepared. Just to be prepared, bro.
Yep. Just
You know what
do
I
right
mean?
by yourself and others and shit. Like it's coming. I mean, whatever it is, it's coming. It's coming. I
Yeah, they
can't tell you
can't
what it
stop it.
is.
This ain't Armageddon where they gonna fight a crew off to
I'm gonna find
stop
that
what's
book.
coming to get us.
Yeah.
No, it's coming, bro.
Whatever it is, man, it's coming, and I'm gonna
But
live the best life that I can. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna make smarter choices and where I put my energy to, and I'm not gonna
yeah,
change.
Yeah, we just gotta see what it is, you know what I'm saying, and see like if they whatever it is, if it's terrestrial or extraterrestrial, did you coming in peace or what? If that's just the bottom line. If that's what the extent is, and if not, then you already know the vibe we on, right? Like we
Mm,
warriors, this we been rebellious. This whole planet is rebellious. So you come down here, it's shit in the jungle that might fuck you up, alien boys. So just understand. You
they're
may have
already
technology,
here.
yeah,
They're
but they
already
know what's
here.
but they know what time it is. They know we bust our guns. They know we violent. They know we wild. They know all of that. They've mapped all of this. They've
Yeah, there's
mapped all of this.
too much evidence, too much. I mean, look at the hieroglyphics. I don't know if I'm saying that right, of them showing something in the sky that wasn't like them and shit. This has been going on for
Yeah, the discs. I've
centuries
seen
and
discs and
centuries, centuries
hieroglyphs.
and centuries. And
Yeah,
maybe we're getting reset because we're the only planet in this whole galaxy in the world that can cause war against each other.
facts.
That
I
can
think
just
that's what it is. I
that's
think
what it boils down to. We're the only
that
planet that sit there and try to destroy ourselves by using nuclear weapons on each other. I mean, to
no matter,
destroy humanity.
even though it's a bad thing, I feel that no matter throughout history, the tenacity of the people that have always been here is that of a rebellious nature. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna lay these people down. They're gonna stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna rise to the
Just play the
occasion
game.
and get the people moving direction that's where we need to be at. So you know what I'm saying? It's always hope. That's what it is. It's always
Just
hope. So you
think
gotta
smarter,
John Connor
not harder.
yourself and Sarah Connor yourself and just be prepared. And the writing is on the wall, and that's just what it's about. Being able to
Yep.
see it, identify it, and make the proper preparations to deal with whatever's comes on the horizon. Because you just never know, man.
Yeah.
Look
You
at
just never know.
and I'm not saying look at that lady who was on the train that got attacked by that dude. And he killed her. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You're not expecting the dude to come just start assaulting you, and you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you got to be prepared, and it's unfortunate that you got to move around in a certain mindset every day, all day, until you get back to your home. Until you
Yeah.
get back to your home, and then that's when you can actually relax and release. Because you go out
Like,
into the world, you don't know what to expect.
you know what's sad is, and this is sad, but I've never carried as much as I carry now. I
See?
carry to Walmart. I carry to a lot. I carry everywhere. Wherever there's no metal detector, I'm carrying. I mean, we live in a state that it's an open carry now.
I'll be
Anybody can
right back,
carry.
Luck. I'll be right back. I'll be
Ah,
right back.
don't leave me up here by myself. Get back up here. But I never thought that I would be carrying so much as I did. But I carry and to protect myself because you just don't know what's around you. And like I said, I'm gonna live the best of my ability to be the best person that I can. I'm still human. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm not changing who I am. I respect everybody's beliefs on what they believe in, but just know that the main focus is they're taking away the focus of what's going on right in front of our eyes, which is AI. Japan's already doing it. China's already doing it. They've been doing it. They're already forcing people in other countries to do the digital ID. There's no way around that. I mean, do you want the digital ID? Do you want to be tracked? Do you want all that? That's your business. But just remember, if they start forcing us to do it, I mean, where's the freedom? Where's the United States of America being the home of the free, the land of the brave, to be able to build our families and homes and live a good homestead. That's gonna be taken away from us. We're gonna be attached to a government that doesn't give a damn about us at all. We could be suffering and they're putting money back in their pockets and shit. So I mean, just keep your eye open. And Dice, I'm gonna hop off because I gotta finish my flooring. Where you at? Open leave us. Like it's just it's I never thought Back in the 90s, it wasn't like this at all. You didn't see half the shit because we didn't have the ability to see the shit that we're seeing now. But now that our eyes are open and we can see it, and people are out there with phones every day, and you're seeing this stuff, it's a scary world we live in. And that's why I moved from the city when I got in the military. I stay in the country, and you know what? My neighbor's a mile away. That's good for me. I don't mind. Doesn't mean that I don't have social skills. I'll go to the bar. I'll go everywhere. I'll talk to everybody. But this is my homestead, and I'm gonna protect it, and I'm gonna live in peace as much as I can. So I mean, I'm a country bumpkin. I'm okay with that. I grow my own shit. I'm okay with that. I can my own shit. I'm okay with that. I raise my own animals. I'm okay with that. But if I have, I will give to people that don't. Anyway, Dice, you better get back up here. I got to get off this thing. I got to finish putting my floors in my house. Took the carpet out. So I'm going to jump off. Thanks for having me on, Dice. Love ya.